You'll see Jordan Love. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Packers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
2 teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Let's go.
They run once more with Dillon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
You know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. It's nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On now is the Packers punter, Cordero Patterson, deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Smith, red. Fight, 97. Fight, 60. Check white.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. Back to throw, Ritter. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And down he'll go at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Love now to pass on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Jordan Love ready on first down here. That's caught by the rookie Jaden Reed. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First down, Love to pass. That's taken in by Watson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team. And think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ritter with it after the play fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the counter, this is Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Falcons at 1-0 on the year following a win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals, all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, Dillon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there you saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. He stiff arms him. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Love now. Quick slant to Watson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Christian. His 2nd touchdown. And the Packers are once again back in front. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
Here we go.
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would kiss it on the ground. Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ritter headed right off the option. And they can't bring him down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So this play, you know, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Ready. Quick, yellow. Ready.
A give left side to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ritter back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. In motion, Hollins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 34.
And Brandon, this is a really nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Ritter. And he's got it to Patterson complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the right.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. With all back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, we get a look now at the 2023 draft class for the Falcons. And let's push the first-round running back debate to the side for now, CD. And just agree on this. Bijan Robinson, very special prospect at the position and a massive addition to their offense.
Agreed. And it seems like he's already embracing being the face of the Falcons. We expect this offense to officially run through him, no pun intended. It's great seeing him get some help with their next pick. Matthew Bergeron out of Syracuse, whether they play him a tackle or a guard, I expect him to play early.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
38. Black swap. Ready.
Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3rd and goal. Ritter with it. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wilson with a first down carry. Shifts by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. final play of the half. Love. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in the AFC North up at Paycor Stadium. Baltimore in town to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They give to Algier on the option. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up the first down. You got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, will even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No surprise, Robinson is looking like one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. He became the face of the Atlanta football team the second he was drafted, and he should be ripping off big runs for them for years to come.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll stick with Algier. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Love looking to throw it. His throw incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have done tight coverage all game long. I start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes and try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll look to set up his blockers. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down to the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
from the 41. Here's a 2nd and 8. Trying the left side with Algier. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and 5. Here's Ritter. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Three quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And London, the motion man right. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and short. Ritter working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Ritter will set up to throw it. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Algier going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. It's just not able to get loose after the catch.
They go draw play. It's Dillon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara. Out. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here's Love and the Packers. Down 24-17. 1:46 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we talk about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. And it is caught. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Love looking to throw it. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. Big strides, look at him go. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara. Two fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Ritter. And that'll be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Let's go.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
Ritter headed right off the option.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Now Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This from 55 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Love. Flushed out right. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now Love. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1, it's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So not only an interception, but now they've got it 1st and goal after the pick. And, I mean, heck, Charles, they can go ahead and trot out the kicking team here and win it.
They absolutely could, but what I would do is hand it off inside a couple of times.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So a win here for the Falcons. And the man leading the charge was their quarterback, Charles. That's Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. but he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Atlanta, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves